Alright, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. And in today's episode, I don't know, something's going on with my Wi Fi right now, so I guess I'm just gonna have to sit here and wait until, something happens and pretty much, do videos, podcast episodes. It's just crazy, man. I don't know why. It like right. And the crazy thing is, it was right when I was about to stream. Like, I'm kind of happy that I wasn't streaming and then it just randomly had shut down. But right when I was about to stream, bro, right when I was about to stream, that's when it decided, you know what? Let's just mess up. Like, it was working perfectly fine. I was listening to music. I, went through social media real quick. I was on my phone for a little bit and then just out of nowhere, shut down. And I'm like, I don't get stuff like that, man. But anyways, no, actually what I wanted to talk on was the fact that it's been 3 years since Kobe Bryant had passed away. That day is a day that I'll never forget because you like feel the depression that's just going on around the world. Like, I had to say the last time I had remotely felt that was when Michael Jackson had passed away. That's a day that I'll never forget either. I was like, it was, to speak on them two, it's like, the impact that they've had on this world where it's like, I watch like Kobe Bryant highlights differently, and then I listen to Michael Jackson's music differently. It's crazy to think like, man, these living at one point living legends, they're not here no more, so it's wild to even remotely think that. But yeah, overall, no, let's go ahead and talk on, the day, MJ when he passed away and stuff. Like, so I was at home and, cause I think, yeah, summer had just started and stuff. So I'm at home and I remember, just sitting down, watching TV. Dad downstairs, he was watching TV and stuff. And because me and him, we be liking to watch like different stuff, so I'll be watching like comedy shows. Like I think I was watching reruns of I was watching reruns of the Wayans brothers. So, anyways, and it's crazy. One of the episodes, like I just thought that was like weird timing and stuff. But anyways, so I'm home. Mom and sister, I can't remember what my sister was doing. I know my mom was at work, but she called me and was and at that time I didn't really like listen to Michael Jackson. I didn't really know who he was. All I just knew is that a lot of people would crack jokes on him and stuff. Like I knew him, I just didn't really like know him. Like, like I wasn't, like didn't know facts about him. Like all I just know is that he made music and that was it. Like I seen, and don't get me wrong, I seen some videos of his like growing up. That was something that every Halloween like go and watch the Thriller video and stuff. And it was just to me, it seemed like it was another day. But then you get that phone call, and then all of a sudden you just hear, well, at least for me at that time, being a kid, I was like, okay, I get a call saying Michael Jackson passed away. And I remember my reaction. I didn't have a reaction because I didn't really know him like that. And so I was like, I'm not gonna be it. And that's something that I've always stuck by, is that I'm not gonna be a fake fan. Like if I don't listen to their music, I'm not gonna be all like, oh my god, like I'm such a fan, like afterwards, yeah. But then, while they're here, and it sucks that I'm like that. But overall, though, like yeah, it was just you got that phone call, and then it was like, oh dang. So no, I do remember. I was like, wow, that's crazy. I'm like, I'm sorry to hear that, and I left it as that. I was like, oh, okay, like was that it? And so that was like I'm not even gonna lie, that was my genuine reaction. Because me being a kid, like I wasn't even really listening to music, to his type of music. Like I was listening, I think I said what I listened to when I was a kid. I was listening to clean rap music. So yeah, that was my music. Like I should have been listening to Michael Jackson. At least his music would have been a tad bit more entertaining and stuff. So, but anyways, but no, then I was watching this episode. It was right after that call. So I was watching this episode of the Wayans brothers where Marlon pretended to be this basketball player to get on this plane. So so then a kid approaches him and was all like, John Starks, that's who it was. He was all like, oh, I'm John Starks. And this kid goes up to him and he was all like, you're not John Starks, you're an imposter and all that. And Marlon gets up and says, boy, I'll send you to Michael Jackson's house. And I don't know why, like, that sticks out so much to me that day, because I'm like, out of all the episodes, I don't even think, because what channel was I watching it on? It might have been MTV. It might have been a different channel, VH1, one of them. But it was like, it wasn't even like, I don't even think that news had really was out there and, you know, like popular and stuff. And so, but anyways, so I think I went downstairs. I told my dad. My dad was like, you know, oh man, that's crazy. And then I'm trying to think, did he believe me at the time? Because he might have been like, no, there ain't no way. He was like, you probably just saw that somewhere. It was either that or he said that was crazy. But I was like, either way, I think I remember I went online to, like, you know, kind of read a little bit more about the situation. And then, yeah, I was just, you know, coming across all these different articles, all these different things. And then I think once with my family, when we all had got home, then that's when we just kind of like, we just turned to the news. And then, yeah, they were like, I still remember they were just like every channel just showing Michael Jackson, like his music videos. You know, you had BET like honoring him. You had like every channel out there talking about him. There was no way possible on that day that a channel wasn't going to be talking about him and stuff. So yeah, I remember, like, you know, just sitting there with my family and then just kind of seeing, you know, like his Michael Jackson's fans, like all of their reactions to his their reactions to his passing. And then that's when, you know, you start feeling it like, dang, this is sad. Like, wow, this is, you know, this is crazy. Like, this it doesn't seem real to see somebody, you know, because you hear, like, all right, so I remember it was the year prior. Bernie Mac had passed away. Bernie Mac, he was one of my, like, all-time favorite comedians. Like, you had him in a movie, I knew that movie was going to be good, right? And I remember, I think, you know, it just seemed like the news had talked about him, and then after that, it was over. And it was, you know, there was just nothing else to say about about him anymore. And then that was it. And I was all like, well, dang, maybe I don't know, maybe channels were talking about him, but I just remember waking up, them, you know, my mom telling me that, oh yeah, Bernie Mac passed away, and I was like, oh man, you know, I was sad about that, because I was all like, man, you know, he was funny and things, but yeah, with Michael Jackson, I was like, oh wow, like this is crazy and stuff. And so then I remember the one thing I think it was, because it just seemed like that news channels, like, they just don't care about what they get and record. So I mean, you can look it up at your own, like, you know, time and stuff, but if not, then I don't blame you. It's something like that. It's kind of eerie, like it sticks in your head and stuff. But I remember, and you know, I seen it with Mac Miller. I seen it with a lot of different people where they have, like, their bodies wrapped up in things, and they're transporting, like, their dead body, you know, to the morgue or to the autopsy place or whatever. And yeah, it's like, you know, you see that and you're like, hey yo, why are they showing this and stuff? Or even there was the one photo that was going around where it was like he was in the back of an ambulance truck, and, you know, and he was like, you could tell that, like, something wasn't right, talking on Michael Jackson. And I was like, why are they showing this? Like, you know, that's kind of, I don't know about that one, guys. And so I'm like, I don't know about that. But then yeah, you know, they did that, and then of course, like, you know, they were just talking about him, like, pretty much, you know, probably all that week. Like, it wasn't even, probably not even all that week, all of that month, you know. And so anyways, I remember, you know, that, and then I remember his funeral. And then, yeah, you know, his funeral was just this. You know, there was one song that I couldn't really listen to his for a while, was Man in the Mirror, because it was like, you know, it's just, it's like it's a moving song, and then it's sad, and then, you know, like, the man behind that song is no longer here with us, and it was around that time. So I was like, yeah, I remember, I think when they were taking his body to his funeral, I think, or at least his casket, I don't know. Like, I have a theory that I'm like, no, it probably would have been best if, like, they just brought the casket, because I'm like, you bring his body, I mean, I imagine that place is probably, like, heavily secured, like, it has security all over and stuff. But, you know, you got people there that's all like, oh, I need Michael Jackson, I need to touch Michael Jackson and all that, and they're gonna get at a funeral and start acting crazy and things. So that's why I'm like, I don't know, like, that's my theory. But, like, if not, then yeah, it's either he wasn't there, and then they just, because I think they did have like a private funeral for him, like with his friends and family. And then, but yeah, with the public, I'm like, no, people are crazy and stuff. So, but, if not that, then, yeah, they just had that place heavily secured and stuff. But no, I remember when they were taking his body to the funeral, then the news, station that that me and my family was watching, they started playing Man in the Mirror. And I'm like, and I think that's always the image for the longest I had of that song, was just that and things. And so, yeah, it was wild. It was definitely, it was a wild thing. And then, afterwards it was like, then, you start watching his music videos, you start listening to his music. That's what type of person I am, and it's, messed up to admit it in things where it's like, you don't get to enjoy an artist while they're here. You end up enjoying the majority of them when they're gone. And then the only thing that you really did enjoy of them when they were here was like cracking jokes. And so, yeah, it's like, it was overall, like, I had to say, like, me being a fan, like, I can't call myself a legitimate fan. All I can say is that, yeah, it's like, I appreciate the music that he created and put out there, but yeah, I just can't call myself a fan, because I'm like, I wasn't listening to his music every day. I wasn't watching I was watching his videos, and I think I might have had, like, I think probably only song was the Thriller song, maybe, I don't know, but anyways, and then, yeah, fast forward, that was back in 2009, and I was like, it's just crazy to think, like, I still remember all those, like, details and events and all that stuff. So, yeah, fast forward 2020 and stuff. Today, actually, Kobe Bryant, he passes away. So that was something where you had that same emotion all over again. But this time, you know a little bit about this guy. Like, you grew up. Like, I remember I had a pair of his shoes when I was in middle school, Like, my dad would be watching his games. Like, it was just one of those things where it's like, man, what is going on? But so, anyways, and then another crazy detail. So that morning, I'm watching basketball highlight videos. So happen to have Kobe Bryant in one of those highlight videos, right? Don't think anything of it. Don't think, oh, okay, in a few moments, I'm about to hear that Kobe Bryant passed away and stuff. So anyways, so I go and I eat my breakfast, finish watching the basketball highlights, and then I remember I was gonna go off up in my room, and I think I still got that video up too. I was getting ready to play Destiny 2, and so anyways, I'm playing it, and then all of a sudden I hear my mom like yelling after me, and she's all like, I just heard that Kobe Bryant passed away. So I'm like, whoa, wait a minute, time out. No, not Kobe Bryant. No. Like, there's no way possible. There is no way possible. And then when she told me who told her that Kobe Bryant had passed away, it was a family relative that's known for getting stuff like that wrong. That's when I had started putting my phone back in my pocket and was all like, I'm not even gonna waste my time looking it up, because it's probably somebody that looks like Kobe Bryant, or their first name is Kobe or their last name is Bryant, and then and yeah, they overall, like, it's probably some guy like over in like Cambodia or something named Bryant Kobe or something. I'm like, no, I'm not believing in that. But no, I went on TMZ. And TMZ, like, to talk on them real quick, it's like those guys be on it when some stuff goes down. And it's, the thing is this, like, now when I, like, see when TMZ, when they post the article all fast, the first movie that comes to mind, and I honestly think that that's probably the most realistic movie to explain how them TMZ photographers be acting. But there's this movie called Nightcrawler, and it has that guy, I think his name is it Jake or Jack? Hold on for a second. Jake. Oh, I think all right, so my internet is working now. But anyways, yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal, he did this movie called Nightcrawler, and it really shows you how these guys be acting. Like, they don't care what danger they're in, they don't care what's going on, they're going to get their story so they can get paid some money, all right? So anyways, yeah, go on TMZ before any, like, media outlet can post it. CNN, whether some local news stations, other worldwide news stations, other, like, websites, social media. It wasn't even trending on Twitter yet. And then, yeah, all of a sudden, TMZ, they got their post saying, and that's when like when some stuff actually had happened, because they be on it, like I said. And so, yeah, they had, they posted, they was all like, Kobe Bryant's, helicopter crashed. And yeah, it was like, there was like, he was inside. And I'm like, well, then, yeah, he passed. Like, you don't have no crazy catastrophic, accident like that. You survive. I'm like, no, he 100% passed on that. And so then I was like, man, it's just tragic and it was sad. And I'm like, well, dang, bro. I'm like, it's messed up and things. And so think I still remember I went upstairs, was getting ready to record, but I had my phone on the side and I was just kind of seeing any new details. More so seeing like, well, maybe it's fake. Maybe he wasn't on the helicopter. Maybe they got it mixed up or whatever and things. But overall though, no, like then I just kept, refreshing, seeing. Then I saw the news that his daughter was with him, and then at that point I was like, I just remember like my heart sinking, and I'm like, wow, like that is some wild stuff, man. I'm like, that's nah. I was like, that's something where, you don't expect to see that. I mean, rest in peace to everybody that was on that helicopter, from the other passengers, the pilot, everybody, but I think, cause that, I remember that was something that was trending, was like, we need to also pay respects to the others that passed away, which is, I agree. I 100% agree. But, you're going to have people out there where it's like, all they know is Kobe. And it sucks that, we don't really know too much about the other people and most likely the good that they've brought into the world. But, yeah, it's like at the end of the day, a lot of people are going to be on Kobe. They're going to be all like, well, Kobe passed. He was on that, and so anyways, I remember I was recording the video, the Destiny video, and I was just so out of it because I was like, I saw that and I'm like, man, like there's something that you just don't really expect and stuff. And so yeah, I was like, man, it's just that sucks. And then of course, just all throughout the day, you seeing all these like different, people paying respects to Kobe. You seeing the prices for his shoes, because I imagine like if Michael Jackson has some specialized shoes, yeah, them people have been trying to resell his shoes. But Kobe Bryant, of course, him being a basketball player, he's gonna have some basketball shoes. So I just remember like going on reselling websites, because no, you could go. The funny thing is, you could have went on reselling websites, because no, it wasn't even I remember it was that early. I think it was earlier that month or the month beforehand. I wanted to get the shoes that I remember my dad bought me when I was in middle school. I wanted to get those Kobe's, right? And so and them Kobe's are probably like, let's just see on GOAT real quick how much they're going for. Honestly, if they're not even going for that much, I might have to rebuy those shoes and stuff, because I'm like, I really, really, really wanted those shoes. I was looking those shoes up probably before Kobe had passed away. So, yeah, I don't want nobody all like, oh, you just only want those shoes because Kobe passed. Because I'm like, nope, I want those shoes to actually wear them and stuff. So, is this, yeah, see, I'm not trying to spend that much. Oh, wait, they got like a 9.5. Honestly, that's the thing, though. I don't think I can fit no 9.5 in them shoes. Wait, what is this? US men 9. All these shoes are out of stock. That's crazy. Buy used. They got like no original box. They got a pair that's like $403. How do those shoes look? Yeah, they look a little bit beat. They honestly, yeah, they look a little bit beat. I wish I could make this screen bigger and stuff to like really get a good look at them and things, but no, I had me a pair of Kobe shoes, but I had messed them up, and yeah, overall, I remember I got rid of them because I was like, well, I ain't got no use for the shoes. What do the bottoms look? Or I could just like scroll and stuff and just look. The shoes actually don't even look that bad. They really do not look all that bad at all. This is what, oh, that's a 10.5. They don't even have like a 10. That's crazy. That is some crazy stuff and things. But yeah, I remember I messed up. I think if I ever do get me a pair of those shoes, or if those shoes ever re-release, I definitely want to get me a pair and then show you guys like where it had messed up. Because I was like, me back then, I was careless about my shoes. Like, I remember when I would put those Kobe shoes on, like I stump my foot in the shoe and stuff. And yeah, it was overall, it wasn't all that good and things. So, but anyways, now I'm gonna go ahead and call it a day with this podcast episode. My dad's calling me right now. So but no, rest in peace Michael Jackson, rest in peace Kobe. Them two guys would be greatly missed. And yeah, and that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening, and peace.